Oh, well, I thought you guys were hearing the song. There you go. You'll have to hear it again then. Fuck yeah. Sorry about that. DK Metcalf, that was a dumb move by him. And it could cost the Steelers 2-game suspension. What are you gonna do? Now I'm gonna guess we'll just play this at a low level. Now I'm gonna guess an N word was dropped. There's no way he gets that mad. Um, Based on what the fans said he did, which was just say his real name. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. Well, I don't know if he's a loser or not, but oh, that's cool, check fold. But the fans, to be honest with you, his version doesn't check out. He just called DK Metcalf by his real name. And Metcalf throws a sucker punch to him. That just doesn't. I don't know. Something's off. But 2-game suspension. That's the Steelers' final 2 games, man, and they need him. So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Hold on, I gotta text someone. I don't know. I mean, it's just dumb. I don't think he is the next time. I don't think he's the next Aaron Hernandez, but now Antonio Brown, we might be able to. Have I ever seen a comedian? I've been told I look like Tom Hanks, bachelor party era, when my hair was slightly curlier. So, John Doe, I can't really argue with that. Because I do kind of look like him. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna guess as soon as I saw it, the first thing I thought was, oh, this fan just called him the N-word. Because the fans, there's no way DK Metcalf is gonna swing on someone who just said his real name. DK is short for, whatever his real name is. So, do they need him against Cleveland? Probably not. But I think they have one more game against Baltimore. But, this is the most comfortable I've seen Rodgers with the receivers in Pittsburgh, because they went out and picked up Thielen off of Minnesota and Valdez Scanlon, his old receiver from Green Bay, I think. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's no way that if you heckle DK Metcalf by going, hey, DeKalen Zacharias, he's going to just cold cock you. Now, DK Metcalf said he also called his mom a cunt. I mean, yeah, no one likes for their mom to be called a cunt. So I don't know. The stories definitely are different from that standpoint. So I don't know. I mean, he kind of put the uh, the Steelers in a pickle. And 2 games suspension. That's I guess he gets fined his game pay, which um, I mean definitely DK Metcalf. Handling hecklers is easy. It really is. It's not. I've never had a heckler get the best of me. Um, yeah, I agree with that, Charles Stedman. I mean, it's just DK Metcalf gains nothing by doing that. But I also understand if he was called the N word and his mom a cunt. I would understand that if he's close with his mom. I mean, um, I get the the anger there that you would get, but you just can't, man. He just makes too much fucking money. This fucking idiot in this thing. Those aren't even good seats, to be honest with you. When you're sitting in the front row, it's not like front row in hockey where you're on the glass. Those are probably the worst seats because with how tall the players are, your vision's blocked on almost every play. Um, so it's. I mean, I can't say I disagree with it. I thought he'd get a big fine, maybe a game. I mean, 2 games seems excessive, but luckily the Steelers, their leading receivers, their running back, Gainwell. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, that was a wild game last night, and they're very lucky to have won that. Um, so we'll see. I think their last 2 games were Cleveland and Baltimore. So, they are in control of their destiny. And I think if they win the division, they will get a bye in the opening round, which is great for Rodgers. I mean, as much rest as Rodgers can get, the better it is for all Steeler fans. Um, Bob Welch, damn, number 35, dude. That's a name um, I haven't heard in quite a while. Bob Welch. I have known Jeff Richards. Shit. Probably close to 20 years. Known him well for 15, but met him probably 20 years ago. Jeff's a great guy. He should be more famous, or whatever you want to call it. He's definitely someone who should be more known. What up, Rudy Baga? Um, Wait, he kept yelling Alki. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one. Yeah, I did have fun with that. I mean, Bob Welch. I mean, I think me and TB are probably the only ones, who Bob Welch is in the stream. um, he, had some issues with alcohol, so I can understand that. I mean, that's pretty personal. Is it crossing a line? I don't know if I'd say it is, but it's getting there. Um, no, that's Harlan Williams. Jeff Richards, I think to this day, is the only guy to be in Saturday Night Live and Mad TV, I believe. Um, yes, Bob Welch, the pitcher, I believe. Didn't he give up 3 home runs to Reggie Jackson? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, calling someone an alcohol. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, that's real close to crossing the line to me. Because he struggled a long time with addiction issues. Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought you meant the one scene in Dumb and Dumber with the cop. That was Harlan Williams. I gotta pick my teeth off camera. I just had a steak burrito. See, I care about you guys. Yeah, Jeff Daniels, great actor. Harlan Williams, great comic. And a great humanitarian, so. The next topic, I'm going to do shirtless Sundays. Now, Sundays are usually some of my stronger streams, so I'm just trying to do what I can to make this stream next level. So I'm all about the gimmick. Harlan Williams is MAGA. That I don't know about. I know nothing about Harlan Williams and his politics. He doesn't strike me as someone who would be MAGA, but um, I don't know. What up, El Omega, the Duke of Hurl? See, I see what you did there. He's on the Hinchcliffe team. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. How do I know who Harlan Williams is friends with? I had to follow Jeff Dye the other night after Nick Thune, so that was I was nervous, man, but I did pretty well. So, yeah, Steve Howe, he was a big Coke guy. I mean, that's an era of the Dodgers. I was a Cincinnati Reds guy, but I don't know who Jeff Dye is friends with, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe comedy friends. They don't strike me as two guys who would hang out. Jeff Dye's very funny. I mean, my cousin was also the one who almost got caught by the Iron Sheik's tag team partner ringside when he snatched his flag from him. He was a wild child and started shit everywhere. Who was the Sheik's tag team partner? Nikolai Volkov, I believe. Well, I mean, I was there first. Yeah, we don't talk about your conundrums in here, man. This isn't the Dr. Phil show. Go to Adam Ray's website for that. Lois is even chiming in. Yeah, Fernando. I don't know if Fernando did cocaine. He was pretty fat if he did cocaine. But I was a Reds guy. I mean, that's late 70s. You had obviously the Big Red Machine. No, this is just regular water, alkaline water, I suppose. So you had Tony Perez at first base, Joe Morgan, Dave Concepcion, Johnny Bench, the outfield, Cesar Geronimo in center field, King Griffey in right field. I still have the ball King Griffey autographed me. What up, Cold C? Yo, 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 Buddhist Priest. Left field, I don't know. Was it maybe? No, Dan Dreesen was first base. I think Tony Perez was maybe left field. And then you had a great pitching staff, Don Gullett, and, Tom Hume. Pert Perkins was in the stream a couple nights ago. Interesting, TV. Steve Howe, one of the greats, but could not control his addictions. That's also, I believe, in the Steve Sachs era. Probably at TV, you would appreciate this. No one else will, but I remember when Steve Howe was in the audience of Wally George one night, and it was probably set up. They had him ask a question, and he kind of went on some like anti-gay rant, and I'm like, oh man, I'm sure the Dodgers are loving this. So show us the ball. It's upstairs, to be honest with you. But you know what? I will. Because you guys are so good to me. Now it is on. There's Lois. Lois be chilling right now. Let's see here. We'll just go up here. I'm not going to bring it down, but I think you guys can see it. Let's see here. Yeah, hold on here. How many people show you their bedroom? And you guys say don't get laid. Oops. About half empty. Anyway, let's see here. can't. I think it's this one. I think it's that one. And here's a Ted Williams autograph. Right there. Hold on here. Oh, here it is. I mean, it's faded, but this one right here. So, and that's been in that Ain't No Chinaman in this house. Earl Skakel live in his room. Trust me. Oh, Earl! Oh, Earl! God, at my house. Oh, God! Oh, God! All right, honey, let me call you the Uber. Nice game on right there. Oh, excuse me. I do. Let's see here. Did I see some gifted Colt C? Wasn't Mike Piazza a Dodger? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Colt C. Phillip Rivers killing it too. I think he played pretty well. Only gay guys use condoms. Earl, what the fuck? I'm sure. What are you, Sean Kemp? El Omega, you might want to keep that under wraps. No, not Steve. Yeah, he was a receiver too. Hello, hello. Get the fuck out of here, Holmes. So yeah, I was a Cincinnati Reds fan growing up because, well, my dad was friends with the owner, Happy Williams, who was the owner before Marge shot. What up? What up? We got some old schoolers. I mean, Phillips looked pretty good. I mean, he looked a little slow on the draw there, but you know he hasn't played in a few years. Kind of reminded me of when Ilya Kovalchuk played on the Kings after a 5-year hiatus in the Russian Hockey League. He still had the shot, but he was a little slow. Looking good. Thank you, Dr. Nova. So we got a lot of people from the Dabbleverse in here. You know, you guys know the rules, so feel free to dabble in the Dabbleverse if you'd like. Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a grandfather, so, but he's in good shape. I mean, shit, he looked better, in better shape than most of the quarterbacks in the league. What up? What up? What up? I don't do threesomes. I do gangbangs. So I've never watched a Dabbleverse stream. Well, you're missing out, to be honest with you. You are really missing out. I mean, gangbangs are a much better time. I mean, there's a lot of things you gotta watch out for. And after the first 10 minutes, bumping into a guy's dick, it's just like shaking their hands. Hello. Well, that's a tough one. What up from the UK? That's a tough one. I just, I don't know. I'm not a big Kill Tony fan. So, and I'm not really a Dabbleverse fan, but I just think it's funny. It's like wrestling. You know, the Dabbleverse. There's heels, there's good guys, there's storylines. El Omega. I don't know what to tell you about that. I like Mersh. I mean, yeah, I don't really know much about Mersh. I mean, I know he said he had opened up for Stanhope a few times. That's, I don't know if that's that big of a brag because Stanhope literally has homeless comics open up for him. So, you know, but he's good at the Dabbleverse stuff. He seems to really be antagonistic to these people, and they seem to, bite when he attacks. So, see, I'm not watching the football game. I'm watching the Vancouver Canucks and the Philadelphia Flyers. Who's your favorite wingman when you go out and chase tail? I chase tail alone. I'm like Schwarzenegger's unit in Commando. I work alone, General. You know that. I don't really need any help. Yeah, I mean, I think Doug, and I don't know Doug that well, but it's a goof for him. Like, he literally has homeless people open up for him. It's like the goof. So, but, he seemed pretty confident in his comedy abilities when he was going to comedy battle Chad. So, well, that's a little personal, Dr. Nova. I mean, um, let's just say my investment portfolio is doing fine because it's not really in the stock market, it's in real estate, baby. And we get those triple net leases. Now, I don't want to turn this into a real estate, what is this, a Tom Vu stream? But you get those triple net leases, you're doing all right. You can start dropping merch. No, I'm not going to be, one of those unknown comics who has merch. So, well, it's true though. You get the triple net leases, and that's just like, I can't tell you how many phone calls I've gotten every week. Probably 5 phone calls on average from realtors going, "We want to buy this particular." There's 2 particular buildings my family owns that, let's just say, are advantageous to me. And will you stop by Joshua Tree on your way to Vegas? No, there's no comedy scene there, which is really telling of certain people doing comedy there. You don't fuck your way to the bottom. You fuck your way up. You don't fuck Jeff Ross 15 years into your comedy career. Jeff is a guy you fuck your first year in. It's still not going to do anything for you, but 15 years in, you end up on his podcast floor. I'll take bad decisions for 700, Alex. So I don't want to sell merch right now. I mean, nobody knows who I fucking am. Who's going to want a T-shirt of an unknown comic? Oh yeah, that was shit. That was like walking the retarded kid to first base, Felix. That was shooting ducks in a barrel. So, you know, banned Jeff Ross's manager. I'm not sure what that means. Banned Jeff Ross's manager. Well, I didn't say who I was discussing. If you thought of her the second I said you don't fuck your way to the bottom, then that's Dr. Nova. That's on you, baby. Like, I know of one female comic who fucked her way to the top, and she was very, very. I don't know how you would say this. She had a game plan, and it worked. The certain someone I'm talking about was literally fucking haggard Comedy Store paid regulars long past their prime. They weren't going to help her. They just wanted to fuck her once or twice to say, hey, I fucked a 17-year-old. Cool. And, she got kicked out of the LA scene twice, kicked out of the New York scene twice, and Stanhope's even distanced himself from her. Think about that. And now she's doing comedy in a desert. And funny enough, her best year ever was when we dated, but she could tell people I hit her. Okay, yeah, I mean, Chelsea Handler was fucking heads of networks because in her mind, it was, this is going to help me. But, that's, well, we're not going to get into that, Katie. I'm not doxing anyone, but, well, not that many people. I mean, I'm definitely not going to tell you her name for it, Kate, because then it's just, no, that's not going to happen. But, you have to be careful about who you fuck in this business, because the sad thing is, once you give up your puss, every guy, booker, headlining comic has no incentive to help you. So, that's exactly what's happened to her. And you turn on the only guy who ever treated you nicely. So how'd that work out? I'm passed at every club in New York outside the Cellar. And I don't even play there. And I could get stage time at the Cellar if I wanted to. And I'd have to fuck anyone in New York. I can't give up the puss. Look what happened to Boone Shakalaka. I think Boone Shakalaka, he gave up the puss a long time ago. I am a champ with the heart. So that's why my interactions with said woman were so disappointing. But, I don't like to say I won usually, but I won in that war. What up? Oh, we estimish. I don't know what that means. English only in the stream, guys. English only. Thank you very much. No, Earthquake, I mean, he's performed at the Comedy Store. I think he's a regular, but I don't think he gets spots there. I followed Chappelle. I followed Joey Diaz. I followed, the greats. And, oh, Kip Cass. Yeah, I mean, I don't even pay attention to Steel Toe anymore. I used to really listen to him about 2 years ago, and then I just lost interest. Yeah, Jeff Nichols gets it. I mean, I just don't find that story very interesting. He had there's my buddy Carl Grunstrom. I just don't find, he had a wife swap. It didn't work out. And, you're going to talk about it for 2 straight years, 3 straight years. I mean, I just don't get it. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's just such a one-note story there that there's not a lot there. And, I mean, he's tried a few feuds with certain people, but it just, there's just nothing there. And, I mean, right now the hot toddy is, Gilly, and, I mean, I personally found it incredibly creepy. Clearwater Chad went to her show, like, after for months going, hey, if she ever breaks up with Carmick, I'm going to get her. Like that, I mean, god damn, act like you've been with a woman before, bro. Well, I don't know about his sex life with April, but, clearly she liked getting dicked down by somebody else. And that's the danger in a wife swap. The wife might like the new weenie. I can't age, of course. I don't know CWC, so it probably sounds personal. I don't think I've ever seen someone add so little to a stream than him. Um, so he just, yowza. And to go to her show and just like loiter around, oh, um, oh, he's trolling me. Okay, listen, I love a good troll. I let the trolls speak their piece. Hey, how do we have 30 people in here and only 18 likes? Come on, man. Earl, what you don't know could fill a book. See, I read your unfunny line. Um, you talking about Epstein? I don't know. Yeah, but like, I don't care if he was invited or not. It just looked creepy to me. Like you've been going on every stream you can go on, saying I'm going to get Gilly when she breaks up with Carmen, and you can't even wait 1 week before you show up like a fucking stalker. And I don't know. I thought it was creepy. I mean, the second I saw them together on camera, I'm like, this is creepy as fuck. But most people disagree with me, so what are you gonna do? Which comic should not be in the industry? Probably Brendan Schaub. I mean, he just didn't put in the work. So, I don't like to tell people what they should and shouldn't do. And I'm done giving advice. Like I gave Karmic perfect advice, and he didn't take any of it. So, uh, I can tell you that. I mean, I think there's a lot of funny things. Yeah, 100%. I mean, but Jeff will never give up the industry. I mean, like I said, he fails upward like nobody I've ever seen before. Well, I'm not calling her a whore. I'm just saying, um, I like Gilly, and I think she's funny from the few clips that I've seen. I just, um, you know, that's. I think part of that is trolling Karmic. Karmic watched that clip probably 100 fucking times. I mean, Dalia is still in the industry and sells out theaters. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. That's the sad thing. Nobody cares. I'm like literally the only person who spoke out about this stuff, and I got in trouble. So, you know what, girls? Female comics, you're on your own. Find out which comics are rapists and pedos, and, I'm going to laugh my ass off. So, I'm not very good with the politicking, as you could probably tell. Um, you know, Mencia still sells. Yeah, but in general, fans, they don't care about stolen jokes. I mean, Robin Williams was a known joke thief. You think his fan base cares? They don't give a fuck. Now, when we're talking about underage sex, they should care, but, they don't. Half the people who walk into a Dalia show probably have a good idea what he was doing, and they don't care. Who other than Whitney Cummings has become a star in the past 15 years? I mean, definitely Nikki Glaser. Let me see. I mean, it depends what you think is a star. There's stand-up stars, there's movie stars, there's TV stars, there's people who do all three. There's podcast stars. Tim Dillon is a podcast star. But I wouldn't say if you don't listen to podcasts, you don't know who Tim Dillon is. I mean, I don't think the SNL kid, I mean, Shane Gillis. So, who's the other cute blonde? I mean, there's Amy Schumer, there's Sarah Tiana. I mean, Bert Kreischer is a star, like, people might not like him, but the guy's scaled heights very few comics do. Yeah, Joe Rogan's absolutely a star. Whatever happened with HR, I don't know what that is. But it also Yeah, but there's not very many comics, if any, who are as big as Joe Rogan. Jimmy Carr's a star, a stand-up star. He doesn't really act, but I mean, he plays venues overseas that the Killers play. Um, so I don't know if I would say Eliza Schlesinger is a star, but she's certainly very successful. Um, so I'm trying to think of other comics. I mean, Jeselnik, but Jeselnik's pretty much a stand-up. He doesn't really act. Um, yeah, I mean, he got the Rogan bump, for sure. And I don't know if I'd say Hinchcliffe is a star, but like he's certainly popular. Um, you know, so Danish and O'Neill forever still breaks my heart. Yeah, I mean, it sucks that they don't get along. People ask me all the time, um, what happened, what the deal was, but um, I don't know. I keep myself out of other people's drama. Um, I mean, Hinchcliffe is not a top five comic, dude. Um, Now, if you said top five live podcast, I would agree with you, but Hinchcliffe is nowhere near Chappelle's level, or Chris Rock, or Bill Burr has a comic. Um, you know, I mean, I know you're a Tony fanboy, but like, come on, dude, let's be honest. I mean, I would say the top five. Well, thank you, Anthony. I mean, I'm certainly not a star, but I like how I'm progressing, I guess. Um, I would say the top five comics based on ability. Chappelle, Rock, Jeselnik, Harlan Williams, and Burr. Um, and that's not me being shady towards Tony, but he's not on Dave Chappelle's level. Not even close. I mean, few are. Um, um, well, I can't say SC is wrong. That's who he finds funny. So I can't say. Um, yeah, I mean, Mulaney's very good. I mean, but it depends on, and it also depends what kind of humor you like. Like, if you were to say top five roast comics, I might agree with you there. But you know, uh, Stanhope should be considered one of the greats. I mean, I'm not a Stanhope guy. I've never found him that funny, and obviously he's very funny. I'm just saying, I've never found him that funny. I don't find Bill Hicks funny at all. A lot of people look up to him. So, I mean, Jim Norton's a great comic. Jim Florentine's a great comic. So, but that's what makes these streams great. We can all agree to disagree. Um, and Chappelle just has a Netflix. So yeah, yeah. I mean, there's hundreds of comics who like Nick DiPaolo's great. Um, y- you know, um, I mean, there's a lot of Nick Thune is great. Jeff Dye is great. Um, Steph Tolev is great. Sarah Tiana's great. I mean, there's a lot of great fucking comics. And some of the funniest people I know are comics you guys have probably never hear of. So, Blue Iris, one of the greats, of course, Dr. No. I mean, Crispy Chicken. Has anyone seen Peter Chicken Man Brennan? I mean, the Chicken Man, I think, has been eliminated. Um, Tell me, no, I don't. I heard it was horrible, so I don't. I wasn't gonna watch it if I heard it was great either. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of Brian Callen. So there you go. Um, I like Bo Burnham, and Bo Burnham is someone who, um, Larry the Cable, not yet, not yet. AC/DC hasn't been around for a couple weeks, nor has the Chicken Man. So, that's the great thing I love about these streams is, we've all become online friends. So when one of you doesn't show up for a while, I get concerned. Like when William Zoom, um, wasn't around for a couple weeks, I was like worried. I mean, I'm around so many people that fucking commit suicide. I always think if I don't hear from someone for a while, oh fuck, they did it. So it was a Hiroshima bomb. Yeah, I mean, I'm never gonna watch it. So, um, I don't really care to watch someone I don't like as a person. I love Norm Macdonald. I mean, I mean, I would say, I mean, the top five comics ever. I would say Norm, Attell, Chappelle, Rock, and Carlin. Um, so, but even that list is, I had a friend of mine. I've told this story before, but for those of you new to the stream, George Carlin was playing the Hermosa Magic Club. I told my friend, hey man, I think he's gonna go pretty soon. You should come down and watch him. I'll get you in. And he walked out less than 10 minutes in. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, this guy sucks. I'm gonna go look for some pussy. Uh, but I mean, that doesn't mean he's a star. It's a circus show. You know, I mean, Kill Tony is the new Gong Show. So, I mean, I've seen what Kill Tony comics do on a real stand-up stage. It ain't pretty. That's not me hating on the show. I could call Tony tonight, and I'd be the judge next week. It's just, I'm not a fan of the stand-up on the show. I mean, I think Tony is the next Jeff Ross. He'll always work. He doesn't really care if people don't like him. It almost helps him, being from the pro wrestling background. In his mind, he can be the heel. And, no, but I mean, comically, I mean, Jeff has been a working comic for 30 fucking years. So I think Jeff, when I say Tony is the new Jeff, I mean, he's the next roast master, if you will. So, I disagree. Yes. I mean, I know the business better than you, bro. He doesn't act. He doesn't do TV. He doesn't do movies. He's not on late night as a comic. He has a very successful live podcast. And at some point, that's going to die down. I mean, the reviews from the first episode of Kill Tony weren't great. That's not me hating. It's just read the reviews. And that's with their all-stars. So I don't think Kill Tony in 2 years is going to have the same panache it does now. I mean, but Tony's in with Rogan. So, that's all that matters, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, but that's what Roast Battle did. No way, dude. I mean, I know you love Tony, bro, but come on. He's not going to be as big as Rogan. Because even Rogan, before he became huge, was in TV, he was in movies. You can't be huge if you don't act. There's very few people who just survive off of a gimmick show like Kill Tony. And that won't be a hot show in due time. And then, I mean, he's very funny at roasting. He could be like the next Jeselnik. But the thing about Jeselnik is people like him because he keeps it real. Like one night, Leslie Jones tried to bump him at the Comedy Store. I sat there and watched this whole thing go down. And the club was in a panic because they knew Anthony, yeah, I guess Tony, was going to be like, no, she's not bumping me. And he stood his ground. But, most people, if not all people, had Jeselnik's back. So, no, it's Kill Tony's a very one-dimensional show. I mean, I'm not hating on him, but like, you can't. Come on, bro. You can't like. Howard Stern was fucking funny, and I mean, I'm not trying to tell you who to like or I mean, who to dislike, but dude, think Tony's gonna be Howard Stern? Come on, bro, that's crazy talk. Um, but Rogan had a great base to jump off of. Long before the podcast was big, he was an established comic. Fear Factor was a huge show, and News Radio was a pretty big sitcom. Well, I don't think it's innovative at all. It's like saying Roast Battle was innovative. I mean, I think Roast Battle is more innovative than Kill Tony because there had never been a show before with competitive roasting. You had a Dean Martin roast, but you never had one-on-one combat roast. Kill Tony is just Tony and his celebrity panelists bullying open mic comics. Because if the jokes are good on Kill Tony, it actually hurts the show. You want people bombing, so it gives Tony a chance to tee off on them. Well, listen, I can't say what Tony's going to be in 20 years, but I don't think Kill Tony's innovative. Kill Tony is really the Gong Show, and the Gong Show is a 40-year-old show, so it's. I mean, listen, you can't deny the success of it. Playing Madison Square Garden and shit. I mean, that's undeniable. But I just don't think of highly of it as you do. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. But I mean, I think, you know, I think Kill Tony's very much like pro wrestling. Pro wrestling has survived for 1,000 years because every couple of years there's a new Hulk Hogan. You had Hulk Hogan. Well, no, actually, you take that back. You had Andre the Giant. You then had Hulk Hogan. You then had the Ultimate Warrior. You had Ric Flair. You had Triple H, Steve Austin, John Cena. I mean, every couple of years you had someone taking the torch. Um, So no, I mean, there's nothing like listen. I love SC. I'm definitely not telling him what to like, what to not like. I just don't think the show is as innovative as he thinks it is. I mean, it's a show basically where the host bullies open micers. That was really what Chuck Barris was doing to contestants on the Gong Show. Thoughts on Terry Funk? I mean, maybe the greatest hardcore wrestler ever, to be honest with you. Um, have I ever heard of Blake Rozier? I have not. Yeah, I love Ricky Gervais. That guy's the real deal. So, listen, that's why I love this stream. We can all have different opinions. I mean, Bruno Sammartino, yeah, I mean, you could say he was the guy before Andre the Giant. But my point with Kill Tony is, you've got your big group of paid regulars, or whatever you want to call them right now. And so you've got William Montgomery, Lucas, Uncle Blazer, the Rocket Kid, and Cam's not even on the show anymore. I don't think in 2 years you're going to have a new group like that. They struck fire. And, like I said, read the reviews for episode 1. It was not favorable. The number one thing was, where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? But, it's certainly making money. I mean, it's filling arenas. So, I'm happy Perry is on LA. I'm bummed we get him. Oh, I love Corey Perry. He's exactly what the fucking Kings needed. They needed a dick. They've never really had one. I mean, they had Brendan Lemieux a few years ago, and listen, the first year the Kings almost beat Edmonton. The Kings had a fourth line of Brendan Lemieux, my friend Carl Grunstrom, who I'm watching right now, play for Philly, and Blake Lizotte. And the last couple of years, they haven't had that ass. Perry steps on the ice, and hey, head up, number 10's out there. And Perry was the only one giving Rantanen shit after he steamrolled Kemper. So, well, you don't have enforcers anymore. You have disturbers. I mean, look at look at Florida. You had you think Sam Bennett and Marchand like each other? They probably fucking can't stand each other, but they like winning the Stanley Cup. So I got no problem with the Kings having Corey Perry. I don't care what he did to the Kings when he was with the Ducks. He's a winner, man. He's been to the Stanley Cup Finals like 7 times. Yeah, he's only won once, but like most people don't even get to the Stanley Cup Finals. So, and I went to the Kings Boston Bruins game a couple weeks ago, and I specifically watched Corey Perry, and he was the only guy from first whistle to the last that was constantly engaged. Zadorov, the big defenseman in Boston, was bullying all the Kings. Perry was the only one who went after him and was verbally taunting him the whole game and physically got involved with him. So I love Corey Perry. And he should get more playing time now that Philippe Danault no longer he's back in Montreal, so that's one less forward. So I mean, and Perry, watch Corey Perry play. He's so smart because he knows he's not fast anymore, but he just goes to the right area and just stays there. It's great energy economics. I'd say that. We've got 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. And then I have to prepare for the Kings hockey. So, a fun stream. We talked a lot about comedy, Kill Tony, hockey, politics, the Epstein files. I mean, welcome aboard, guys. Welcome aboard. I did run into the Barbarian Brothers when I was a trainer at Gold's Gym. I would see them late night, and they were interesting characters. Yeah, you too, Fad. Thanks for coming in. We talked about real estate, triple net leases. We talked about ex-girlfriends wandering around in the desert. I actually played chair drums alongside Brody many a night in the original room at the Comedy Store. It was a double drum set, very much like the Grateful Dead setup. Fuck, I just found the album Jim Cato, 1973, Caviar and Chitlins. How long were you a trainer? A couple years. So I was certified by the American Council on Exercise. So I was legit. I trained all over LA. I trained at Gold's Gym in Venice. I trained at a couple LA fitnesses. And then, I don't know, I was training someone at a West Hollywood gym, and I saw like this 50-year-old trainer, which was ancient to me at the time. I was probably late 20s or whatever, and he just looked miserable, and I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. So yeah, there's NASM, there's ACE, there's many fitness organizations. I would say NASM and ACE are the 2 best ones. Charles Glass, I think he was the guy all the guys would get their roids from, allegedly. I haven't been to Gold's Gym in Venice in quite some time. And ironically, I joined Gold's Gym at the Beverly Center, but that is now EOS Fitness. So I'm not really sure what to make of that, but it's a great gym. It's the best gym I've ever been to. I just got back from there. It might be pee-pee time. Oh, she is up, so let me get Lois's leash. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Damn, my skin's looking good, to be honest with you. Earl Skakel Live. Monday Night Live. Monday Night Raw. It's pretty good. Now, it's supposed to rain real heavy the next few days. So, and you guys know Lois. She don't like to walk in the rain. But she's going to have to this week. So, pretty nice night out, but you can see well, she just peed about an hour ago. Lois is the queen. All right, we're not going to, she's sniffing around. I do have a lot of CDs. And the funny thing is, I would guess that it's probably, shit, 20 grand worth of CDs, maybe more, to be honest with you. But, you know, they're either worth that, maybe worth more, or worth nothing. I mean, who the fuck buys CDs? No PP yet. Oh, there we go. Right there. So we're not going to show that, but... Well, none of them are sealed. They're all opened and whatnot, so... You know... but it should be interesting. I mean, we do get mudslides, especially in the fire areas, you know. You don't know what's going to happen there. So... I love peppermint candy canes. Yeah, I mean, I bought my Powerball tickets. I mean, that'd be pretty dope to win it. And I bought my ticket in West Hollywood, if anyone hears the news before I do. And I think it's way more than 1.6 billion. You know, that's the estimate, like, this afternoon. But, you know, all the people buying tickets now, you know, it could be as much as $2 billion, to be honest with you. Well, you had that one Mexican kid. I think he was from Altadena. He won when it was a shade over $2 billion. I think he got $900 million. You know, he took the lump payment, and you know, within the first week, he had bought like 3 homes. So, you know, you got to be careful. I mean, I'm not saying you can blow $950 million. It's probably pretty hard to do. But, you know, that kid had literally spent 7 or 8% of the money already in the first week. So, you know, you got to play it cool. Yeah, I mean, you could win, say, $50-60 million in the lottery. You know, the payout's probably 30. You could blow 30 million easy. You know, you buy, come on, Los. You buy a nice house, a couple nice cars, and, you know, I mean, listen, I lived in the same building as the drummer from Guns N' Roses, the original drummer, so he gets full publishing on Appetite and Lies, and he was essentially broke. Now, he'll always make a little bit of money because, you know, Appetite for Destruction sells pretty well still. I guess it streams now, so, but, you know, I'm sure he gets a cut of merchandise and all that. I mean, look at Mike Tyson. They say Mike Tyson's career earnings were something like $200-300 million. And at one point, he was $400 million in debt. So, you know, if you're stupid, and I don't know if this kid from Altadena has a posse, but, you know, that's what fucking killed Tyson. You know, if you remember the Buster Douglas fight, part of the problem with the Buster Douglas fight is Tyson just had his friends in his corner. He didn't even have a cut guy. So when Douglas hit him, I think it was over the right eye, and his eye started to swell, they didn't even have one of those in-swell things. So that's the fucking scary thing. So this kid in Altadena that won the $2 billion probably doesn't have a good tax guy. Now, he took the lump sum, so in a sense, he doesn't really have to pay taxes anymore. But, you know, when you're buying 3 to 4 homes your first week. See, Lois runs, man. Don't tell me my dog ain't healthy. Shit. Come on, Lois. Yeah, I mean, come on, we live here. She gets a little confused sometimes. I mean, I think they said the first home he bought was like a $25 million home in the Hollywood Hills. Hold on. You guys can look at RoboCop's ass for a second. And to feed the baby. So, you buy, let's say that $25 million home in the hills he bought. I mean, you're talking just the lawn, the landscape, let's call it the landscaping. It's probably, hold on here, maybe 10 grand a month for landscaping, and that's a conservative estimate. I don't know the layout of that particular home, but so that's 300 grand a year, and bills, and the electrical bill on a home that size is probably I'll guess 5 grand a month, if not more. So the upkeep on a $25 million home in the hills is probably $30,000 to $50,000 a month. That's $500,000 a year. Now, when you're worth $900 million, it's not a big deal. But when you also buy 2-3 other homes that same week, you're probably looking at 200 grand a month in maintenance fees, just the maintenance fees. So, I clean, Frank. What up, Frankfurt? Well, my floors are dirty because, unfortunately, Lois, she's, I would say, about 60 to 70% blind. And so she steps in the water bowl a lot and tracks dirt all over so they're not as clean as they look, but thank you. Yeah, and you buy a Lamborghini or a Lotus. I mean, you could blow money pretty easily. Now, can you blow 900 million? Probably not. I mean, you'd have to really try. But the Tyson example is a pretty good example of just Tyson surrounding himself with a bunch of fucking losers and just not really realizing it until the Buster Douglas fight. Oh yeah, I've known Jeff Richards for a very long time, 20 years, I think. So yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I mean, Jeff's a long-time friend. Actually, Jeff gave me my first big break in comedy when one night he was sick and he asked me if I wanted to open up for Rob Schneider at the then what's called the West Side Eclectic Theater. And I opened up for Rob Schneider that night, and Adam Sandler was there, and Rob in the green room, which is, if you've ever been to West Side Eclectic, it's a very small green room. There's probably 100 people in this green room because of Sandler being there. And Rob just stops everyone from talking, points at me and goes, "See that big guy over there? He's going to be a big fucking star." And Sandler just looked at me and goes like this. So, yes, winter solstice, absolutely. So yeah, Jeff is someone, I don't like doing streams anymore, being a guest, because they really don't, I think, do much for my stream. I've got to start concentrating on my stream. But Jeff, did a lot for me in my formative years of comedy. And, I know a lot of people gave me shit for going on the Quadfathers podcast. But, like I said, the Quadfather was all the fucking friends I have in the streaming world who make tons of money from it. None of them helped me, but the Quadfather and Tracy Carnazzo. So, yeah, Jeff is a master impressionist. So, Adam S. is a cool dude. His aesthetic, I love. I don't know who Adam S is. Oh, Adam Sandler. Yes, I mean, well, Adam Sandler gets it. You know, he's like the opposite of Jeff Ross. Like Adam helps everybody because Adam realizes I look good if everyone around me looks good. And Jeff is the complete opposite of I want to be the only one who looks good. So, and that's why he's also never had long term success. Like he's been a working comic for a long time, but he's never really had a long running show. I mean, Roast Battle really jumped the shark on season one. So, yeah, I mean, why would you, if you're Tracy and you're a beautiful lady and super funny comic, why the fuck would you go on MLC and have people call you fat? And I mean, fuck off, man. All these people in these streams who make fun of people's looks, you know, from an anonymous account with no picture. You know, let's see what you look like. You guys would squirt inside of Tracy in 2 seconds. You'd be so turned on. So, you know, I mean, look at the other night when I went in Karmic's. This shows you the Dabbleverse. This is like the perfect description of people in the Dabbleverse. So I saw the other night that Karmic was hurting. So I go in there to try and give him good relationship advice. Because I've done everything wrong you can do in a relationship 100 times over. And people in the stream were DMing me, shut the fuck up, Earl. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't tell Karmic to go off the internet, which is exactly what he needs to do. They were only upset because the guy they troll was getting advice on how to get better. They only want to make fun of Karmic. They don't give a shit about him. I'm the opposite. I don't watch his show that much. You know, it's just that's the Dabbleverse in a nutshell. Let's not get Karmic help because then that would mean we're irrelevant. So, you know, money should be. I mean, I've made every mistake you can make in a relationship. So some people might be like, bro, you had a fiance leave you in the middle of the night, basically. How the fuck are you going to give me advice? And it's because I went through that I can tell you the warning signs, the red flags. Um, oh, 100%. I mean, you know, I don't care if Karmic. First of all, I went in there. I said, take a month off the internet. Take a month off the internet. Just clear your head. And I realized after about 2 seconds he wasn't going to do that. I said, then I tell you what, take a week off the internet. Just a week. And, you know, Karmic is someone who is married to the super chats. His income drops significantly. Now, I still think he should take a week off, but he's streaming more than ever, which is not helping him at the end of the day. But, um, oh, 100%. I mean, I literally had people messaging me, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. We care about Karmic. No, you don't care about Karmic. You want to troll him. You want to see him cry on stream because it makes you feel better about the shitty life you lead. That's exactly what that is. So I don't, you know, but I would like to do a Monday night advice stream. Maybe that's a good idea. How many chicks are after the money? Well, you can't say all chicks are gold digging whores. Um, so, I mean, listen, there's guys who are after money. Um, you know, and I'm in LA and in the entertainment business. So, you know, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say all, I'm going to say most of the girls I've dated were looking for the upgrade. Not all, but, you know, let me just say this. A fair amount of the girls I've dated thought the grass was greener. Well, Earl's kind of famous, but not really. I want someone with more fame, more clout, you know. And it's like, okay, go ahead, go find it. Because usually I hear back from them within less than a year. So, but nah, I'm not going to say that. Zoom. I mean, but I also think it depends on what part of the country you're in. You know, I mean, LA, everyone's looking for the upgrade in LA. So, you know, it's just, you know, Now if you're in where Karmic X is, probably a bunch of hillbillies where Karmic X lives. So he could probably find a decent woman. Um, but son of Billy Wagner, thank you very much for that photo. Very good. I posted it on my Instagram. No, I wouldn't say that many. I mean, um, you know, in LA, I would say 50%. Because everyone's like, okay, well, Earl took me to Dantana's once. I think I can find a guy who'll take me twice. Um, so, it's like saying all guys are pigs. I don't think you can generalize all women are whores, all guys are pigs. But I also really think it depends on what part of the world you're in. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, I still hear from most of my exes. Not all, but most. And they'll never admit it. But, listen, in my case, they're definitely going to be able to find someone younger. But how's that going to last? Maybe a month. You might have more sex than we did toward the end of our relationship with the new guy. But then that's going to end. And so are the dinners. So are the nice presents. I mean, shit, I've probably outfitted most of my current ex's dates. So... Well, I mean, that's all I'm around, El Dopa. I'm not around doctors or lawyers. I'm around comics and other people. Oh, 100%. I mean, do you think that if I got on Gutfeld tomorrow, did well on it, and was a regular contributor on Gutfeld, I know the first ex who would reach out to me. It would just be a coincidence. Trust me on that one. And that's fine. But I'm nice to exes just because that's who I am. I don't want anything from any current ex that I have. Not one thing. Because I don't need anything from anybody. I don't want anything from anybody. Yes, Lauren Sanchez. She was hot on Channel 13 News with Vic the Brick Jacobs. I don't know who Adam the Woo is. Can you explain that to me, Jeff? I really don't know who that is. We'll go to 90 minutes, guys, so another 6.5 minutes. Thank you very much. Enjoy your Monday night stream. Now, let's see. You guys know I always do this. Let's see who's live right now. I mean, I don't know if she would say that in particular, but... I know it would kill her inside if I ever got something good. We've got Perry Caravello live. No, thank you. We've got Keanu live. No, thank you. We've got, I think BYB is live, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got some real Dabbleverse legends in the house. We've got several Doom clips. So, you guys are going to have a good... Wait, I don't know... Who? The Woo is a big vlogger. Okay, see, I don't know who that is. Which Latina at the store? Frankfurt. Please. Oh, you mean it's? Oh, it's funny. I just saw her. This is where I got that bottle of water. Yeah, she's cool. I mean, too young for me, but you can tell she has a crush on me or whatever you want to call it, but like she could literally be my daughter. So yeah, no, I know where you're talking about. That's that Body Energy on Santa Monica. No, I didn't stream when I bought my dinner tonight. She's way too young for me, William. I've learned my lesson. Now, she's cool because you could tell she's just a dancer. She doesn't care if I'm on a TV show or not. She doesn't care about me being a paid regular at the Comedy Store. I mean, I would say the last 3 to 4 girls I've dated, they've all cared. It was pretty cool to go up to the Comedy Store with me. We get to go in all the areas most people can't. And it's just, that's not lost on some people. Like even with Bolivia, don't think it was an accident that Bolivia was attracted to me because I was literally the newest paid regular at the store when we met. I was arguably the funniest part of Roast Battle when we started dating. I was on the first season of Roast Battle in Montreal. And although I didn't win the show, I was probably not star, but the best part of the season. Don't think Bolivia didn't notice when I beat Jimmy Carr and the whole green room crowded me like I was fucking just won the Stanley Cup. That was not lost on her. Well, I'm just trying to get to 5,000 subs. But yeah, don't think if I wasn't big on social media, which I have some following, but I'm certainly not. I mean, killing it on social media. If I had 1 million subs on YouTube or Instagram, I'm sure 1X in particular would be very interested in that. I mean, LA's, listen, LA women are cool. LA women in the entertainment industry, they're always looking for the upgrade. And certainly not all, but if you're on a TV show and the other guy they're interested in is in a big movie, well, that guy's going to get the girl. That's just the way it works. Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. I mean, it's an amazing place. I mean, the weather's great. Now, the weather's not going to be great this week, but you're in the entertainment capital of the world. You're by the beach. You get the Hollywood Hills. It doesn't suck to live here most of the time. But there's some downfalls too. You got to be around a lot of fucking fake and phony people. Hey, 2 more minutes, guys. Let's get to 40 people and 40 likes. I mean, I don't ask you kiddies for much. But the likes and subscriptions really help. I'd rather get that than the money, honey. But if you want to flow me some money too, I won't not take it. So we'll stream tomorrow at some point. I'm on hiatus from hockey. I've never had cosmetic surgery. I actually like how I look. I mean, do I have a wrinkle here or there, on the forehead? Sure. I used to have a tanning era of my life, but I'm pretty happy with how I look. I'll under all my favorite Frank handlers. I love it. Well, you don't have to, Frank, but I appreciate it. I mean, I only have one account, no burner accounts for me, but hockey season for me is over. We lost last week in the finals, 5-2, and no, I don't think I'll do a stream at 4 a.m. Last night I was just up, I couldn't sleep. So Frank's not fucking around. So we got 30 more seconds, guys. I appreciate Frank doing what he could to get me to 40 likes. I appreciate William Zoom for everything he's done for me. I appreciate all of you, Frankfurt. I appreciate, are you Earl Skakel, the famous comedian? Well, I wouldn't say I'm a famous comedian. I'm Earl Skakel, the comedian. So check Fold, he's new to my stream. I appreciate that. What does triple run mean? You mean triple net? It's just the best kind of leash you can get. There's everything you want in a leasing arrangement is in a triple net lease. I mean, it is the gold standard of leases. I know a dyslexic guy. He fucked a 13-year-old because he thought she was 31. Hey. So I want a picture with Lois. I mean, that can be arranged, but you better hurry, if you know what I mean. Lois is the best. I'm going to be very sad when she, goes to heaven. But I think I've got her for at least another year, if not two. I mean, me and my ex do an incredible job at making her feel good. Well, we're gonna hit 50 likes. Fuck yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I met my last girlfriend in fourth grade. She was in fourth grade. I was the teacher. Hello, hello. That's a Skakel classic there. What advice would you give Mersh to help with his lack of shoulders? Well, I mean, I don't think he works out at all. I don't know. He might. I mean, shoulder exercise. Oh shit! My buddy Carl Grunstrom just scored. Carl Grunstrom, the great Carl Grunstrom. Hold on, I gotta freeze the stream and take a picture. There's Lois. She be chilling right now. She be chilling. There's my buddy Carl Grunstrom. I can't show you the screen. I can show you. I can show you a screenshot of the stream, I guess. Damn, we might hit 60 likes. I mean, a minute ago I was begging for 40. Thank you. Tell your girlfriend thank you very much. I mean, I would say for Mersh, I mean, he strikes me as the type that's never going to go to a gym, but let's just say he called me up and said, Skakel, what do I do for my shoulders? Some military presses, some shoulder shrugs, some lateral raises. Yes, I loved going on Jesse Lee Peterson's stream. So, I don't, he hasn't asked me 60 likes. Thank you very much. See, that's what I love about you guys. You guys are fucking soldiers in the Earl Army. I ask you for 40 likes, you give me 60. Frank is not fucking around. 6 burner accounts, Frank. That's a little much for me, but hey, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Let's put it on the jellies. There we go. Let's see. Got the jellies in the house. Thank you very much, Frank. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you to all. I appreciate the love and support. Yeah, I mean, Jesse Lee Peterson, he's a real racial provocateur. Oh, you get blocked a lot? Are you going to do the song outro? I mean, I'll do another. We'll go to 95 minutes, and then I'll play the song. So, look at Lois. She be chilling right now. Lois, say hello to the fans. Whoa, she fall down. Lois says, I fall down because I'm tired. She just had a little dinner, so she fell over. She ate so much. Lois, you better go sleepy now. Whoa. She's just trying to, lat pull downs are going to help you with the back. They're not going to really help you with the shoulders. Now, you guys know me. I used to be a certified fitness trainer. So, I don't know anything of Mersh's background in terms of a fitness regimen. I mean, just looking at his body, he does not have good posture. So I would absolutely, recommend starting out with very light weights. So we'll go to the 100-minute mark because you guys have been good to me. Where's my song? Where is my song, baby? Let's go to history. And here we go. And then you guys can go watch Perry Caravello. eat a piece of pizza or something. Earl Skakel in the house. Oh, he owns a Soloplex? I mean, that's better than nothing, I guess. I mean, the streets are wild. But thank you for watching out, JJ. Earl Skakel in the house. But I would definitely, if I were Mersh, start lightweights. And, once again, so I would recommend military press, lateral raises, rear raises, shoulder shrugs. And, you're probably going to have to do, since a lot of shoulder exercises are pushing, like you're pushing up. Some kind of arm exercise so you have strong arms to lift the weight. But glute spreads, well, that's not going to do anything for his shoulders. What the fuck? Earl Skakel Live. Hit the like and subscribe button, please. Whoa, what happened there? Man, hold on. We had a little dollop there. Tribble run. Tribble runs are horrible. Shit pay, shit rooms. We'll talk about that tomorrow, JJ. Oh, no way. Today's comics would never go on a treble run. It's 10 to 12 hour drives, no hotel on your off days. Dave Tribble is a piece of shit. Well, there's just not many guys who fight anymore. You know? I like Constrictor, Raise Your Fist and Yell, and Trash. But I'm a mid-80s Cooper guy. Hey, let's get to 70 likes. The Kessel Run. What the that's 12 parsnips. I mean, there are no more enforcers outside of Matt Rempe. Maybe that kid on Dallas, Douglas. Delorier on Philadelphia. Kings have a guy by the name of Jeff Malott. Come on now. Follow me on Instagram. I will take you. No, I can't skate that well. Jesus doesn't love everyone. Tell that to the guy who had to jump off a Tower 2 on 9/11. Was Jesus on his lunch break for that guy? Get the fuck out of here. Well, JJ, I've got a few extra minutes here. Basically, it's 69 likes. Hey-o. Basically, what a Tribble Run is, it's mainly for beginning comics and shitty, like, headlining leatherneckers who are just giving up on the business, but they just do the road for pussy. So my first Tribble Run was one gig, Medford, Oregon, $135. I had to pick up the headliner who lived in San Diego. So he takes advantage of people. And then we get up to the gig, Medford, Oregon, and the fucking headliner says to me, he was just lazy and he probably got paid $500 to my $135. Hey, why don't we split the time? And, I was like, okay, sure. And I didn't have 5 minutes at that time. So I had to do 35 minutes. I think they wanted a 70-minute show. Maybe it was 30 minutes. They wanted an hour show or whatever. And, it was pretty rough. And then my second Tribble Run, I actually walked out of it. It was supposed to be a 3-week gig. You're going all over the fucking. You're going to Oregon. You're going to Montana, the Dakotas, Idaho. You're going back and forth. It's hours of driving to play like the lobby of a Holiday Inn. So, it's fucking awful. Joey Diaz is right. You couldn't find a comic today who's going viral to want to do a Tribble Run. They all look at Matt Rife and go, I'm going to be the next Matt Rife. And that's just not going to happen, for most of them because, I think the one gig we were in Idaho and then we had to go to Montana and then we had to go back to Idaho and then to like Oregon and then some shitty gig in Arizona. And what people don't understand is the off nights aren't covered. So if you have a gig in Idaho and 2 days later, your next gig is in Bozeman, Montana, you got to drive to Bozeman, Montana on your off day. You're exhausted, but you got nowhere to sleep because he doesn't pay for the hotel room on the off day. So just awful. Dave Tribble is, hey, let's get to 80 likes for me going to telling you about Dave Tribble. I'd almost rather do a cross-country trip with Jeff Ross with no radio or air conditioning. Hey, take your thoughts on Jesus and stick them up your ass. My father helped build the Catholic Church, and when he was rotting away in his hospital bed of about 10,000 different ailments, you had Catholic priests come in and try and rip him off and give him money. Fuck Jesus and the Catholic Church. Charlie Kirk loved God. Look where that got him. Fuck, man. You got to be pretty good to be in the NHL, even if you're a fourth. We got to 81 likes. You guys are soldiers, man. Thank you very much. I don't come into this. You're picking the wrong stream to plug Jesus. Holy fuck. No, he wasn't talking to me. Waver don't fuck around. Articulate John's. Oh, wow. You just put Articulate John in timeout? What the fuck? Earl Skakel in the house. I love you all. You guys are cool. You guys are loyal foot soldiers in the Earl Army. And I appreciate you. So we will stream tomorrow at some point. No, he was telling Jesus to get a haircut. Waver. Waver, you like to fly off the seat of the handle sometimes, Waver. Waver, you're a real internet provocateur of sorts. But I love you, but you don't fuck around. But the King game is about to start. Excuse me. My bad. Earl, the golden age of hockey. No, man. Too many rules. There's just and there's really no room for enforcers anymore. So, well, Double A, that you're coming in hot, Double A. You're kind Gina Bobina. We're just about to end the stream, but I love you, baby doll. And now, guys, go to Perry Caravello's stream. I think that might be more your speed, some of you. I love you all. Do the Jesus talk over Perry's stream.